Okay, y'all, I'm on my phone. I don't have much time. I'm gonna run through this really quick. I just wanted to get you a video. So, let me just show you what I got. So I have Trusted Signals. I got 3 set up because it's a lot easier for me to do the buy sell signals at the top. Then I'll have my EMA cloud. When I zoom in, you can see it a lot better here. And then here will be a support and resistance, which I normally do. I just don't keep everything on at one time. That's why I separate it. You can use an EMA if you want, just to see if you're over or under, like a 200, or depending what time frame you're on. I have order blocks that are set up, and I have imbalances, if you can see that. So the order blocks, just to let you know, the blue and the orange color, I keep everything real dim too, so it's not so bright on everything. So the order blocks are green for buys, red for sells. You can't see it here, but this is orange for the bearish and blue for the bullish. Okay, so moving on. I also have down at the bottom the Trusted Signals oscillator. So the only thing that I changed on this was I go to MFI as the oscillator. Okay. And just to show you my settings, which I change all the time, I don't have a specific set of settings on here. But you can see I'll go V1, I'll do manual, I'll go to V2, I'll run through all the settings. And then I normally change this, I'll change this. And then when I use ADX filter, I'll go anywhere from say like 18 to 35, right? And these two numbers don't have to be the same. They can be the same, or they could be different. You just have to play with it. Each different pair, each time frame, there's a lot of factors. It's hard to just have like one setting. So just to go through the strategy real quick, I am running out of time here. So always check your news. Let me just show you. So my FX book, I turn off all the news except for the red folder news for the most part. And then it'll tell me 5 hours and 22 minutes there's news for the GBP. Right? So there's a lot of news. It's retail sales. I'm not sure how much that's going to move the market, but GBP's got a lot of red news in 5 hours. So in about 4 hours or so, I probably won't take any trades just because of the swings. So I'll wait maybe an hour before or an hour after, and then if it's bigger news, I might not trade for 2 to 3 hours before and 2 to 3 hours after. Especially if it's towards the end of the week, I might not even trade that whole day. All right, so that's that. And then here, the way that this works is you could be on any time frame. You could be on the 1 minute, which of course isn't as valid as say like a 15 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 hour, 4 hour, and so on. So the higher the time frame, the more valid that signal is going to be. So what we're looking for is on the oscillator, we're looking for oversold and overbought, right? So we want price to be in those yellow boxes here. And so if we're under here, what we're looking for is green boxes. So we have green and blue. So this is a strong area here. This is blue for daily and green for the time frame that we're on. So we get over here. Oh, let me do this instead. So we're over. I'm under. We got blue and green, and we got buy signals. So right here, you would take a buy, right? You're looking for price to come to some of these imbalances and fill all this. Depends on what kind of trader you are on, how long you're going to hold your trade. So if you're higher, let's say a scalper, right? You're on the 1 minute. You want to take a bunch of trades throughout the day. You don't have to stay just on, like we're on US 30 right now. You can flip from US 30 and go through all your pairs, right? And then you could see what lines up. Do these rules line up? And the rules are under, green box or a daily, and buy signal. Okay, so we have all three confirmations here. Technically, earlier we could have bought. Price kind of moved away. We hit an imbalance point. I'm waiting for price to come back. If price comes back to this area, then I would think about taking another buy and hopefully coming up to here, or up top. It depends. If you're on a prop firm, you can't hold trades over the weekend, so it really just there's a big variance in that. It's hard to tell you exactly what to do. But like I said, so if you're in a scalper, all you're gonna do is look for this lineup, and you're gonna be going through tons of pairs over here, okay? And you just want maybe, depending on what time frame you're on, if you're on the 1 minute, maybe 5 pips, maybe 7-10 pips. 15 minute, you want, 10 to 20, 25 pips, maybe 50 pips, depending on how far your blocks are apart. If you have a red block and a green block and you don't have enough distance here to hit 50 pips, you're not going to take a 50 pip trade. You're going to take a 5 pip trade, right? So hope that makes sense. And then just to run through a couple trades real quick. Let me zoom this down. So we have, this one lined up. So this was a win. Okay. So this one here, we have a red order block. We have a sell. And we were over here. Barely, but we were over. So this was a win. Let's go to the next one. All these we skip because they're not buying order block. So here, sell signal, order block, and we're over. Okay, another win. That's 3. We're not buying order block. We don't take any of these buys. This is as far back as this indicator goes, but you get the picture. So we went over sells and we went over buys. And then let's just look, like this is the US 30. It's hard to trade the US 30, right? This kind of makes it a lot easier when you have certain confirmations and you're looking for the market to be overextended. It gives you less drawdown when you wait for that extra confirmation. And then if you wanted to hold your trades longer, you would come to Trusted Signals and you would follow and look for the next support, next resistance, start taking profit areas, and then follow that cloud. If you wanted to hold on to that trade, so say you bought back here and it was at this block, you can wait until it comes back to the next order block up top, to the next daily. So you can go daily to daily, you can go intraday, you can do little scalps. There's so many things you could do, but basically you're basing a lot of stuff off of order blocks, off of their buy sell signals, and whether it's overextended. And then just to show you, it's like if you went through some of the settings on here, if you just went to V2 and you just kind of wait and you say, do these signals line up? Are these pretty accurate? I don't want a ton of signals on here. I want to get really close. We got these are stronger signals, so you could probably hold your trades longer, right, on this. So these seem like decent settings, just from this little bit I'm looking at, right? So let's go back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you got to buy, you got daily, you got your blue box, you got your green box, you got your buy, and your under. Okay, so that's basically it. So we got the oscillator, order blocks, buy signal, and then use Trusted Signals to hold your trades longer. And then if you want to learn more about imbalances and order blocks, definitely get with Blanco. His one-on-ones are awesome, and he will show you how to see the market in a whole nother way, which is basically the same thing as this, but he helps you see it without all the blocks. He gives you the bigger picture. You really won't even need these order blocks. They just help visualize stuff when you don't have a lot of time. But if you want to take some bigger trades, make some bigger profit, for sure, definitely get with him.